Good evening and welcome to the Nightly News, brought to you by St. Rose Television at the College of St. Rose. Today is April 4th, 2018. I'm David Meister.
And I'm Leanne DeMartino.
Let's get into tonight's news.
Tonight we will be talking about the variety show, the Autism United Walk, a Maker's Showcase, the English Symposium, St. Rose Sports, and we'll take a look at some popular movies.
The PR and Advertising Club has spent the last few months organizing the variety show. This show will be a compilation of performances by St. Rose students and groups, and it will take place this Thursday evening from 6 to 9 in St. Joseph's Hall Auditorium. At the end of the night, the audience will vote on their favorite acts of the show. Tickets cost $5. Contact Jessica Holden at HoldenJ290 at Strohs.edu with any questions.
The Council for Exceptional Children has organized its third annual Autism United Walk. It will take place this April 8th from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the campus quad. It will be held in the Events and Athletic Center in the event of bad weather. There will be games, performances, baked goods for sale, raffles, and other activities. The event is promoting autism awareness while raising money for two organizations which support individuals with autism, Friday Nights and Dylan's Wings of Change. Friday Nights is a program through St. Rose in which student volunteers host children and teens with disabilities on campus and create activities for them to do. Dylan's Wings of Change was founded in memory of Dylan Hockley, a child with autism who was killed in the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. The organization works to create more inclusive spaces for children with autism and help them to achieve greatness.
The creativity among different students and clubs at St. Rose will be showcased and celebrated this Friday. The Maker's Showcase will bring together the communications, arts, and music departments in order to show the work that these students are creating. The event will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Hearst Building for Communications and the Masry Center for the Arts.
The English department has chosen Dr. Dorothy Kim to speak at this year's English Symposium, who is an assistant professor of English at Vassar College and a medieval scholar. She has been at the forefront of discrediting fantastical and prejudiced interpretations of her field. The event is an opportunity for students in the major can share their research with the St. Rose community. The symposium will be held at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, April 25th in the Carondelet Symposium of the Lally School of Education. Now let's go to SRTV's meteorologist Ted Stabile to tell us what to expect for weather for the rest of the week.
Thank you, Leanne. On Monday, it's going to be a high of 42 with a low of 26. Partly cloudy, but some mostly sun. Tuesday and Wednesday, though, there's going to be a lot of rain with a high of 38 on Tuesday and a high of 57 on Wednesday. Then as we move on to Thursday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 28. Then as we move on to Friday, we're going to expect some snow to rain. April showers may bring May flowers, but April snows, who knows? So then Saturday, there's going to be a high of 44 and a low of 28. Then Sunday, we're going to have a repeat of Monday with some partly cloudy weather, but mostly sun with a high of 42. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ted. Let's get into this week in sports. The St. Rose softball team had a doubleheader last Tuesday against the Mercy Mavericks. They split the series 1-1. In the win, the Golden Knights took the W in extra innings thanks to junior Astasia Myler, who blasted a grand slam. They then headed home to play against the New Haven Chargers in a doubleheader on Friday, which they once again split. In the victory, Myler had another great day with 2 RBIs. So they were off to a rubber match against New Haven on Saturday and won in dramatic fashion 2-1. It all came down to the 8th inning where junior Brianna Bowen hit a walk-off single to seal the win. The baseball team were winners of their last 3 games and looked to stretch it to 4 last Wednesday against the American International Yellow Jackets, but could not do so, falling 6-4. Senior Joe Ferran had the best performance of the day with 2 hits. They looked to bounce back on Saturday in a doubleheader against the St. Thomas Aquinas Spartans, but were swept, losing both matches. In Game 2, the Golden Knights received a solid pitching performance from right-hander Stephen Hill, who only gave up 2 runs. They looked to notch a win on Monday against the Lemoyne Dolphins, but were defeated. The Dolphins' pitching staff limited the Golden Knights to only 2 hits for the entire game. The lacrosse team was on the road against the Yellow Jackets last Tuesday and won 13-4. Junior Carter Bedore led the team on the day with 5 goals. They looked to stretch it to 3 straight wins in a home game on Saturday against the Pace Setters, but couldn't do so, losing 13-7. Despite the loss, St. Rose received a great performance from senior Matt Graham, who had 3 goals on the day. And that's all for sports this week. And do you enjoy movies? Not sure what to watch? Take a look at this short clip from SRTV movie reviewer Alan Hills as he discusses Kong, Skull Island.
Thank you, David. The highly successful 2017 blockbuster Kong Skull Island has just had its one-year anniversary. This truly is an anniversary worth celebrating because this incredibly fun and fantastic movie takes King Kong into a whole new direction with an entirely better story and a remarkable ensemble cast. Even to this day, I wish I had gone to the theater to see this one. I also discovered that this happens to be the second movie in a new film series by Warner Brothers and Legendary called The Monsterverse, in which iconic cinematic monsters will be reintroduced to the screen by being integrated into the same fictional universe. This series is partially connected through the fictional monster discovery organization Monarch. The first movie of the Monsterverse was 2014's Godzilla remake, which is also an amazing accomplishment in terms of both character and plot execution. Kong Skull Island serves as a prequel to the events predicted in Godzilla. So be sure to brush up on the Monsterverse, since Godzilla King of the Monsters will be released in 2019 and Kong vs. Godzilla will be released in 2020. Believe me, the makers of these incredible movies are only just getting started. If you enjoyed this segment of A Night at the Movies, then you can watch the full episode discussing the Monsterverse with special guest TJ Gibson right here on the SRTV YouTube channel this Thursday. Back to you, David.
That's all we have for the nightly news this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Leanne DeMartino.
And I'm David Meister.
For more information on any of our stories, take a look at the Chronicle, the St. Rose newspaper, both in print and online. See you next week.
Have a great night, everybody.
Stay classy, Albany.